This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
So, Kurt, it's all over with. It's done. Your hand's been raised. You've hugged the referee. It's all set in. You've collapsed to your knees. What do you do that night to celebrate?
Well, I never drank alcohol ever, especially back then. And my brother said, "You're going to have to drink tonight."
There you
So
go.
we went to an Olympic party. A family hosted me for the Olympics for my Olympic gold medal victory. A pretty wealthy family in Atlanta. And we went there and I had a few beers and passed out.
I was going to say, if you're not used to it, it wouldn't take much, man.
Oh, 3 beers, I was gone.
Especially the rate at what you're putting your body through, right? I mean, so
Yeah.
my goodness. All right. Well, how's your body holding up, though? It's over. Now what, right? You've given it all for the gold medal.
I was exhausted. My body was sore. I was tired. My neck was killing me. But more than anything, I was emotionally exhausted. I could finally, that's the first night I actually slept 8 hours in like 6 months. I mean, and obviously the booze had a little bit to do with it too, but
That helped.
I just, this is all I ever wanted. And, I was able to make it, my dream come true. And it was just the best feeling in the world.
Well, you'd go on to the Tonight Show the next day. You're getting a ton of mainstream press because wrestling had a lot of publicity from Schultz's murder at the time. Was it everything that you expected?
Yes, and I got a lot of immediate attention because of Dave Schultz's death, unfortunately. But I took advantage of it and went on the media circuit and told my story. It was so much fun. But when you win the Olympics, you're a hero for a year, and then you're forgotten. I mean, that's it. So you have to get your endorsements and sponsorships and everything, set up right away because it ends up eventually running out in due time. And then you don't know what you're going to do after that.
Yeah. No, I always think about, when I think about the Olympics, I think about the Wheaties boxes. So, that's the big thing. Everybody's got to get on there, or those sponsorships. You think of Michael Phelps and how he had to take advantage of his popularity when he was winning all the gold. So, no, you're absolutely
quick
right.
Story about the Wheaties. They wanted to do a regional one with me.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I was on a media tour and I didn't get back to them. And so they couldn't do it because by the time I got back to them, it was a month later, and they said our boxes are going to be off the shelves by the fall, so we don't have a lot of time to promote it. So unfortunately, I didn't get to be on the Wheaties box when I should have been.
How important was it for you? You talk about what it meant to you, but let's talk about, David Schultz, everything that happened there, your family. I mean, what was it like as you thought about it from everything that you had kind of been through, not only with him passing earlier in the year, but also for your family?
Well, my family was everything to me. They made me who I am. They took care of me. They trained me. They fed me. They traveled with me everywhere. I mean, it was crazy because my family didn't have a lot of money, but they were always showed up to every one of my events. And I was traveling all over the world. So, they never missed any events. My mom even traveled with me to France for a tournament. So they were a huge part of my life. And they're the reason why I ended up being so successful. And obviously Dave Schultz, he taught me so much about wrestling and in life in general. Dave was my coach and my mentor, and I dedicated the Olympics to my family and Dave. That's what it was all about.
Special. And you talked about it, man. Having that support system in place was so critical to you over the years. And I'm glad to hear how you recognize that, man. Nowadays, parents and kids sports, it seems like it's expected, where we're just, our as lives as parents are just traveling all over for our kids sports. But back in those days, there wasn't that type of priority, at least when I was growing up. And I'm sure when you were growing up,
it was very rare. You're right. It was very rare for families to travel like that. Everybody traveled with me. All my brothers, my sister, my mom and dad. Well, my dad passed away when I was 16. So after that, obviously he wasn't there, but yeah, they all showed up. It was incredible.
So, Kurt, it's all over with. It's done. Your hand's been raised. You've hugged the referee. It's all set in. You've collapsed to your knees. What do you do that night to celebrate?
Well, I never drank alcohol ever, especially back then. And my brother said, "You're going to have to drink tonight."
There you
So
go.
we went to an Olympic party. A family hosted me for the Olympics for my Olympic gold medal victory. a pretty wealthy family in Atlanta, and we went there, and I had a few beers and passed out.
I was going to say, if you're not used to it, it wouldn't take much, man.
Oh, 3 beers, I was gone.
Especially.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.